Headlines of this bulletin: the workshop on the Mekong Delta integrated climate resilience and sustainable development for Mekong Delta region. The opening of the 9th Phong Điền Cần Thơ Eco-Tourism Festival 2022. The tide will reach its peak level rapidly in the next 5 days. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. On September 24th in Cần Thơ City, the Agriculture and Rural Development Ministry and the World Bank organized a workshop on the Mekong Delta Integrated Climate Resilience and Sustainable Development for Mekong Delta region. Attending the workshop were a party central member, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Lê Minh Hoang, World Bank Country Director for Vietnam Caroline Turk, World Bank Regional Director for Sustainable Development Benoit Bosque, and many international organizations, along with leaders of Mekong Delta regional branches, cities, and research agencies, institutions across the country, and leaders of Cần Thơ City. Mekong Delta region is the country's biggest rice producing region, with more than 24 million tons of rice produced every year. However, Mekong Delta region is now facing many challenges due to climate change. How to build a long-term integrated framework to increase resilience against regional climate change is the content mostly discussed at the workshop. At the workshop, delegates also shared and discussed other issues on agricultural transformation in the Mekong Delta region, dental management and natural methods, water resource management, and measures to encourage and get the private sector involved in the area of agriculture. Leaders of regional localities proposed many measures to respond to climate change and raise the value of agricultural products, contributing to improving income for farmers in Mekong Delta region. Also at the forum, the World Bank presented a report titled "Towards the Green Agriculture in Vietnam, Transition to the Low-Carbon Rice Model." Moving to low-carbon rice production offers the highest potential for Vietnam to meet its goal of cutting methane emission by 30% by 2030, while boosting the competitiveness of a strategic export item, as emphasized in the World Bank report. Based on conservative estimates, improving water management and optimizing the application of inputs such as seeds, fertilizer, and pesticides can help farmers maintain or increase yields by 5 to 10% and reduce input costs by 20 to 30%, thereby boosting net profits by around 25%. More importantly, these improved techniques will also help cut greenhouse gas emission by up to 30%. On September 24th, the 9th Phong Điền Cần Thơ Eco-Tourism Festival 2022 was officially opened. The festival, jointly held by Phong Điền Suburban District People's Committee and Cần Thơ City Culture, Sports and Tourism Department, aims to respond to the World Tourism Day, September 27th.
The 9th Phong Điền Cần Thơ Eco-Tourism Festival 2022 takes place from September the 23rd to the 26th and has attractive activities such as display, advertisement, promotion of tourism activities, trade fair, display and parade of ancient vehicles, Phong Điền folk cakes, and delicious fruit competition. A workshop to introduce set of green tourism criteria, music, calligraphy. The Phong Điền Cần Thơ Eco-Tourism Festival suspended in the last 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's festival is held on a larger scale, especially with the participation of 11 provinces, cities in the southern region. The festival promises to bring back opportunities to advertise images of the tourism of Phong Điền and Cần Thơ city as a whole to visitors from every corner of the nation. Earlier, the ancient vehicle parade took place at 6 a.m. in Lưu Hữu Phước Park, Ninh Kiều Urban District. This activity opened a series of activities for the 9th Phong Điền Cần Thơ Eco-Tourism Festival 2022. Taking part in the parade were 4 jeeps, 3 electric vehicles, 40 Vespa, 9 Lambretta, and 12 mobilette brands, which ran from Lưu Hữu Phước Park through some inner routes of Ninh Kiều and the Arch Road to the square of Phong Điền Suburban District. After the parade ended, the vehicles were on display at the festival. The parade generated happy atmosphere and contributed to promoting the advertisement of purposes, significance of tourism development.
On September 24th afternoon, Mekong Delta Tourism Association organized the first gathering in 2022 with representatives of typical tourist zones in Mekong Delta region. There are 43 typical tourist sites that have been totally recognized by Mekong Delta Tourism Association and local state management offices. Of the figure, 36 have just been supervised and selected as the typical tourist zones in Mekong Delta region. In the last 9 months, Mekong Delta Tourism Association received more than 32 million arrivals, with the revenue standing at 23,800 billion Vietnam dong, a rise of over 72% against the same period in 2021. The Mekong Delta Tourism Association will continue combining with branches and cities to take over the local tourism products in conjunction with building typical tourism products of Mekong Delta region, accelerating promotion activities to build the image and brand name of typical tourist sites in Mekong Delta region. Vietnam Taekwondo Federation, in combination with Cần Thơ City's Counter Sports and Tourism Department, on September 24th morning, organized the workshop entitled The Model of Developing Taekwondo in Mekong Delta region. In the workshop, delegates reported the organizing structure, orientations of each locality, and development plans, and discussed and shared opinions to build a framework model for units in Mekong Delta region in coming time. On this occasion, delegates at the workshop agreed on founding a liaison board, a Taekwondo managing group, popularizing digital transformation at competitions, and managing operations of Taekwondo federations in Mekong Delta region in the coming time. According to Cần Thơ City Student Board for Military Defense, Natural Disaster Control and Search and Rescue, the tide will reach its peak level rapidly in the next 5 days.
The highest level in the upcoming tide may rise to the third warning level at 1.95 to 2 meters high on September the 27th and the 28th, or the 2nd and 3rd of lunar September. Although this tide level is lower than the one half a month ago, many routes in the inner city will be deeply inundated, thus affecting people's transport and business. The water may overflow into houses whose floor level is low and cause damage to electric furniture.
Our lives are sure to be beautiful when love is followed by someone's heart. After a lucky escape from death because he was helped by passengers when he got a traffic accident at a young age. Now, Lê Hoài Nhân, a final year student of medical laboratory engineering major at Nam Cần Thơ University, is operating 2 ambulance vehicles for free medical transfers, supporting people in difficult times.
My first ambulance was also thanks to the donations of the sponsors who joined hands with me. From those donations, I made my first charity trip. This car is modified to use for emergency cases in accidents and transport poor patients to the countryside. And this new car belongs to a sponsor in Vũng Tàu City, who sent me this car with his wish to contribute to helping people. During the implementation process, I was the driver of the car, taking, picking up and receiving patients in the spirit of free transfer and dedicated support for patients. During the COVID outbreak, I carried a lot of vegetables to provide to people every day for social charity work. I was introduced by the hospital to Nhung, who does charity, and asked Nhung to help transfer the patient to hospital. Nhung understood my situation. Very cheerful and enthusiastic, he is a kind student who drives very safely. When I was a child, I had a traffic accident. I was taken to aid emergency by people. They also gave me money to pay hospital fees. Later, I went to take care of the patient. And when the year of my internship at the hospital, I witnessed the painful circumstances of poor patients. So I made these charitable trips to help people in some way. Outside, many people with difficult circumstances are waiting for me to support them. From bus trips to bringing home patients with difficult circumstances, I feel so warm and happy. Since I have been through those difficult situations, I hope I have a predestined relationship to help poor patients.
Now let's see what's the weather like in certain localities and territorial waters. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Kênh News. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please visit our website, kenhtotv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.